Delta 8. Mike, Whiskey Radio, Kilowatt Delta 8, medium wave rectifier.
Mike, Whiskey Radio, Roger, Roger, and what's the name there?
Mike, Whiskey Radio, Roger, Roger, and what's the name there?
The name here is Lou, Lima Echo Whiskey.
One more time, slowly, phonetically, please.
One more time, slowly, phonetically, please.
Lou, Lima Echo Whiskey. Lou.
Roger, Lou, and where are you located, Lou?
Roger, Lou, and where are you located, Lou?
I'm located in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Roger, Lou, and what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, Lou, and what radio are you running today, sir?
I'm running an FT-897 by Yaesu.
All righty, sir, if you would, is that an older radio or a newer radio?
All righty, sir, if you would, is that an older radio or a newer radio?
It's older. I bought this radio in 2011.
All right, Lou, we'll tell you what, why don't you give me about 10 seconds to tell me about your antenna system, and let me see if I can find a better path for us. Right now I'm copying you down in Georgia, Roger.
Let me see if I can find a better path for us. Right now I'm copying you down in Georgia, Roger.
Okay, on right now. I have a 2-element phased array, and I just replaced my delay line, and I'm not getting much difference when I put the delay line between from one element to the other. So kind of baffled by this, but maybe on receive now. I don't know about transmit. It might change with transmit more than receive. Over.
Yes, sure. Now, Lou, you're really thin on your audio. Your EQ is shifted up to the top end of the audio spectrum. There's nothing down at the bottom. So if you might be interested in a setup procedure, it usually starts with checking your transmit bandwidth, but I think you're probably running a radio with a fixed bandwidth. Roger, Roger? Alrighty, so let's start with the compressor. I'm assuming you do have compression or processing on and at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, Roger?
Yeah, I don't have a real good copy on it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and assign. But thanks for being there, and I like your talk about people who form. I've often wondered what they see in that. Spend a lot of money for these radios, and then you want to go around causing problems for other people. I just don't understand it. Over.
Right, Roger. Well, it's the sociopath, you know. They can't really help it. Our country has cut back drastically on mental health, issues as far as help. And so these folks are doing the best they can in coping. Sometimes they just cease to be able to cope. And so there you go. Like I said, though, on your radio, your audio is very mid-rangey, up in the upper mids. You could stand to get a little more bottom end. It would be a lot more fuller. Roger, Roger?
Yeah, I'd have to check into that. I haven't done anything to the setup here since I got it, so but I appreciate the information. Over.
Roger. Well, can you copy me very well up there?
Well, pretty happy right now. I got a lot of static. Over.
Yes, sir. Well, maybe next Friday we can get together and I can help you out and set you up real nice. We usually take like a 30 dB transmitter and take it up to 3 dB, so your modulation comes from 30% to 80%, which makes you very loud, but your audio is pristine, no blurry, just nice. Roger. I can copy you well. I can copy you well, but like I say, you could be a lot fuller on the bottom end. I usually don't suggest bottom end much because things can happen, like Mother Nature can fold back half of your signal at a later time and space, and then when that happens, you have audio phase cancellation. You lose the top part of the audio spectrum, and you become Mr. Mumbles. So because of that, I don't usually push much on the bottom end, but you're severely up in the mids. You could use a little bass, Roger. So that's why I'm saying, and you could use a little more fullness as far as your dynamic range. Like right now, it seems to be maybe about 6-7 dB, and we want to close that to about 3 dB, which makes you fatter,
on the bottom of the MD100 microphone. I'm just curious if that's made any difference.
You're still very mid-rangey, so I would think perhaps your EQ, internal EQ, is pushing your mids. I would think the way it sounds is like you're pushing your mids like +10 or something. We need to pull that back to flat, Roger.
Probably the situation there. All right, appreciate your giving me the chance to say hello. Hope you have a nice weekend. Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Lou, and 73 up that way, sir. Good to hear you. And if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,600 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow.
That sounds great. I might check it out there. Thanks a lot. I hope you have a good evening, and we'll maybe check in again sometime.
Yes, sir, Lou. And I have a spectrum analyzer on the set, and your audio is being displayed when you talk on the spectrum analyzer, and you can see where it's all just bunched up right there at the top. There are 3 white marks on the spectrum analyzer, so for your information, the mark to the left side denotes 100 cycles. The first white mark to the right side denotes 1 kc. Then there's a black space, which is 2 kc, and then there's another white mark, which is 4 kc, just for your FYI, Roger?
Oh, Roger.
So that'll give you an idea of where your signal is on the spectrum analyzer. So 73, Lou, you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend.
Okay, sounds great. Just curiosity, what kind of signal are you picking me up on your SDR there? What's my signal? Over?
All right, I'm on a 7300, and you're coming on my local antenna. I'm not getting too much on the other SDRs, but you seem to be about +9, or may I say -9. I set your level at 0 level on a VU meter. When you see speaking, the meter falls to read noise. So I've got you set for your peaks at 0, and it was -9. So that means you're 9 decibels above my noise level. Roger?
Okay, that sounded good. Well, maybe I'll come. I want to make an adjustment on my antenna. Maybe I'll get back again if nobody else comes in, and I'll get you to check it in. Over.
Roger, getting ready to shut her down, bud. It's been since 3:30, but we've got next weekend, Roger, next Friday.
Okay, all right. on. Bye-bye.
Roger, Lou, 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.